Down on the Farm. I'm your host, Larry Marble. Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. We are on the line with Chris Carter, Karnes County Livestock Exchange down Kennedy Way. Chris, we always begin by thanking the folks that do business with us.
You betcha, Larry. We sure do want to thank all of you for your consignment. Last week, we ended up with 611 head of cattle, and the market was steady to a touch stronger.
Walk the pens with me.
Number 1 steers, 2 to 3 weight, 257 to 330. 3 and 4 is 248 to 325. 4 and 5 weights, 240 to 305. 5 and 6 is 226 to 255. 6 and 7 is 217 to 245, and the 7 and 8 weight's 210 to 2 1/4. On the heifers, 2 to 3 weight, 218 to 295. 3 and 4 is 237 to 3 1/4. 4 and 5 weights, 224 to 275. 5 and 6 is 210 to 250, 250. 6 and 7 is 190 to 208, and the 7 and 8 weight's 188 to 208. Only had 5 packer bulls last week, and high yielding was 117 up to 122, and medium 99 to $1.05. We had 73 packer cows, high yielding 97 to $1.04, medium 81 to 89, and the low end 58 to 72. We did not have a test on bred cows or pairs last.
What do we got under the barn?
Well, at the present time, we're tagging on 646, and we're looking for about 800 come sell time. In our count, we've got 139 packer cows and bulls, 18 to be palpated, and 5 pair.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
If you've got any questions, please call Wether & Rouse at 361-542-0810 or myself at 210-286-5345.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Bye-bye. As we look toward commodity comments on the world stage, better than average expected growth of the Chinese economy over the last quarter buoyed all the trades yesterday. More overnight export sales to China of U.S. beans, about 4.9 million bushels, adding to the strength in the beans. Strong energy prices and hot weather in parts of South America also adding to the strength of our corn and soybean futures in particular. U.S. Corn Belt weather continues to look favorable for harvest over the next week or more. Cash milo basis levels delivered to Corpus Christi are on the defensive with no bids coming out of the Communist Chinese. Corpus Christi's Public Elevator and Archer Daniels Midland closed this week for milo trucks. Timco Houston open weekdays 7 a.m. to 3 a.m. For help marketing your grains, 361-852-5207. That's Tuggle & Company, Corpus. We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction. Ken, how is the San Saba sale shaping up for Thursday?
You bet. We've got a little over 1,100 head here, around 530 or so. We're kind of expecting that 1,500. We got about 160 cows, about 11 packer bulls, and we got about 70 really good bulls that are all coming 2-year-olds off the Stuffing Ranch, which they're going to have some Charolais, Sim Angus, and Limplex bulls, and some couple of Herf bulls. Then on top of that, we got the really good Knox Brothers, about 25 Angus bulls, 25 Herf bulls, outstanding set. We're going to start that at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Take about an hour on those bulls. They're all ready to go to work. They will be live on the internet if you can't make it over here. Then right after the bull deal, we'll go right into our regular sale and everything, Larry.
Good. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You bet. I was going to mention just a minute. We did have a great Hill Country heifer youth sale today. Outstanding set. This thing has grown dramatically. We ended up with 440 heifers, and those bigger, growthy type heifers, everything brought from $2,000 up to $4,900. I thought you get into the smaller frame, little smaller heifers, shorter bred heifers, they brought $1,600 to $1,975. Getting our open heifers that we had, not a lot of those, but they brought anywhere, depending on what they were, $1,250 up to $2,400. A lot of good activity, and we gave over $75,000 worth of scholarships away today, and we raised about $40,000 more dollars for next year on some scholarships, Larry. So very good day today. Great deal for the youth.
Good deal. Give us the number.
You bet. Area code 325-372-5159.
And JordanCattle.com. Ken, we'll talk to you after the sale.
You bet. Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, let's take a quick look at meat moves from yesterday. The national pork carcass cutout value dropped $1.60 in the afternoon to $87.95. USDA estimates the week's hog slaughter 1.446 million head through Wednesday. That's about 11,000 head lighter than last week. Neighbor, as we move back toward the beef side, of the meat equation. We'll look for box beef prices lower in the afternoon yesterday. The choice dropped 128, the select 28 weaker. USDA estimates federal slaughter 377,000 head through Wednesday. That's just about 2,000 head behind both last week and last year. Neighbor, you had to put your hand to your ear and listen really hard for the cash cattle trade. It was quieter than a mouse on Wednesday. Asking prices seen at 185 and higher. On the hoof in the dirt, 295 hot and hanging on a dressed basis. So far this week, just a handful of cattle, north 289 to 293. Neighbor, there's your meat moves. We're on the line with Sean Geis White, Gillespie Livestock. Sean, how'd cattle sell in Fredericksburg?
We ended up with right around I think it was about 880 or 890, right at 900. So we got between our 8 and 1,000. Market was good all the way through. Some of the cows might have been, looks like it took a little money off of them. They might have been $1 or $2 cheaper. Bulls, I really didn't see them much cheaper compared to last week. On the steers and heifers, some of the lighter cattle might have been a little bit softer, kind of 450 down, and then on the steers, and then on the steers, kind of 450 up. It might have been, 2 to 4 higher, and then the heifers, I just call those heifers steady all the way through. So, and on those lighter steers, we might not have had some of the quality that we had on some of those lighter cattle. So, it's kind of hard to make a market report on that because, we didn't have any of those real hairy, good kind of northern cattle this week. Those light 300 to 400 pounders. So that could have been some of it, but I did quote them a little softer.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you for next week's sales. We'll do sheep and goats on Tuesday, cattle on Wednesday.
You can reach us at 830-997-4394.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, I'd like to remind you about George Weichel and the good folks at Wholesale Steel, San Antonio Steel. Heavy-duty lifetime warranty on their cattle panel. The standard duty panel also. Heavy-duty and standard-duty pasture gates. They're a new Preferred dealer, and they'll beat anybody's prices on the Preferred products. They've got Stay Tight 50 and Stay Tough fencing both. Cattle work in pens. They've got 2 Texas locations. They've got the San Antonio store, call 210-624-2000, or the Hearn Bryan College Station store, 979-280-6100. Now remember, that Hearn location is off Highway 6, and the San Antonio location is there off Texas 16. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Fridays and Saturdays, 8 to 4. You can find them on the web at wholesalesteelsa.com. Of course, that's the San Antonio store, or wholesalesteelbcs.com. And that's the Bryan College Station Hearn store. Oh, and by the way, tell George Weichel that Larry Marble sent you. We are on the line with Kelly Thigpen, Pearsall Livestock. Kelly, how'd the Wednesday sale go?
Oh, I thought it went pretty good, Larry. Ended up with 730 head of cattle there today. And, Packer cow and bull market, it was maybe $1 or $2 softer, looked like. I guess $1 on the best cow there today. Didn't really have any real high-yielding bulls, but I guess about $1.12 on the best bull we had there today. And then had a few replacement cattle in the mix, and they sold all right. Not really any pairs to speak of, but did have a few good little young bred cows, bring up to 1,700, I guess, on those. And then on the calf and yearling side of things, I thought it was really active. Looked like some of those lighter cattle perked up a little bit, especially on the really good number 1 steer cattle. Looked like a little more activity on those. Big heavy cattle continue to sell extremely well. Just a lot of activity on those. So, like I said, ended up with 730 head. Thought we got along good with everything.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you for next week.
Call us there at the office, 830-334-3653. Mobile number is 334-1047. The website's PearsallLivestock.com.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, sir.
Neighbor, are you ready for a super simple DIY? That's a do-it-yourself product from McCoy's Building Supplies. Spruce up a worn-out but perfectly seasoned barbecue grill with a coat or 2 of Rust-Oleum high-heat spray paint. All Rust-Oleum spray paints are 20% off with a coupon now through the 28th of this month. Where do you get the coupon? Go to McCoy's Building Supply Store's Facebook page. You'll find it. That coupon worth 20% off all of the Rust-Oleum products that'll dress up that barbecue grill and be a great DIY project for a Saturday. That's McCoy's Building Supplies. Go to McCoy's.com for details. We are on the line with Klein Spear. Klein, how did the sheep and goat sale this week?
Well, there we had 700 head, 5-10 cents cheaper for the most part on everything, but still holding on pretty good there. Just some
higher numbers coming out of the north right now. Those heavy lambs, $1.30 to $2, and those light lambs, $1.50 to $2.30. Those fat ewes, $60 to $1.15. Those thin packer ewes, $35 to $70. Those packer nannies, $45 to $85. Those fat Spanish nannies, $95 to $1.10. Those stocker nannies, $1.40 to $2.35. Those good cabritos, $2.30 to $3.40, and the lightweights, $1.80 to $3.25. And the billies yesterday, $1.60 up to $2. So had a pretty little turnout yesterday.
Good. How's the cattle sale shaping up?
Got just under 400 on the yard this evening. Got about 150 cows. That's kind of thin cows come in. Got to work through some of them in the morning. We got about 30 to palpate. Got some calves we know coming in the morning. So should have probably around that 550, somewhere in that tomorrow. And sure looks like an awful good market again.
Tell everybody how to contact you.
Give us a call at the office, 830-278-5621, or my cell phone, 830-591-3241.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. We're on the line with Dr. Glenn Tate from the Independent Cattlemen's Association. Dr. Tate, y'all have got a sale coming up. Am I correct?
Yes, sir, Larry. The all-breed bull and female sale for the Central Texas Independent Cattlemen's Association will be held on October the 20th, 2023 at the J.B. Wells Park in Gonzales, Texas. We'll have around 50 bulls representing Angus, Brangus, Charolais, and Hereford. We're expecting around 200 females, including opens, breds, and pairs, consisting of mostly Brangus, Brayford, and Beefmasters, with other breeds also represented. The bulls will sell at 11 a.m. with the females to follow. Lunch will be available. So come on out and buy some good cattle and support the Independent Cattlemen's Association.
Remind us of the dates and the times.
October the 20th at 11 a.m.
Give us a telephone number for contact, Dr. Tate.
210-260-0563.
We appreciate you calling. Thanks for being on Down on the Farm. We'll try to get everybody out to the sale.
Thank you, Larry.
We're on the line with Henry Pickett, Abilene Livestock. Henry, how was the sale?
Oh, it ended up pretty good. We had a total of about 980 cattle with 225 cows. These high yielding packing cows, they're still steady to strong. They took a little money off of these lower yielding packer cows. These high yielding packer bulls are still $120, $125. We still had some pretty nice pairs that went back to the country. They average around 1,500-1,600 with some little calves. There seems to be a pretty high demand for these lighter calves, I guess because anticipating some wheat pasture coming on. We had some 350-pound, 400-pound steers bring upwards close to $3. So it's still holding pretty good. Your plainer cattle are kind of backing off a little bit, but it's still pretty good market.
Right. I think the plainer cattle will do a little bit better, or the lighter weight calves, those ones that haven't been weaned here in a week or 10 days, if the weather will go ahead and cool off. Now, you've got a sheep and goat sale this weekend. Is that correct?
It starts at 11 o'clock on Saturday, this coming Saturday, October 21st.
Good. You'll start receiving Thursday night or Friday night?
We'll start receiving Thursday and Friday, and then the day of the sale.
We'll tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Here at the barn, we can be reached at 325-673-7865, or my cell number is 940-733-8208.
Go buy you a goat rope and get ready.
All right. Thank you.
You bet. Bye-bye. We are on the line with Rodney Butler from Beeville Livestock down Beeville Way. Rodney, y'all help put on the South Texas Hereford Association sale by providing the facility each year. What's going to go on with it this year?
Yes, sir. The South Texas Hereford Association and the Pride of Texas Female Sale will be held on October the 28th at Beeville Livestock Commission. Sale starting at 12 noon. Viewing of cattle all day Friday. Bids online at liveauction.tv. Sale day. We're going to have around 55 registered Hereford bulls open, 7 bred Herefords, 19 open, 5 bred Brahmins, 47 open, 15 bred F1s with a few pairs come sale day. And a few of our consigners are BC Cattle Company, Case Ranch, Ivy Ranch, OH Triangle, Rafter J, Schmidt Hereford, Smith Hereford, Muscatelli Hereford, Pfluger Herefords, Shoddy Herefords, Rocking Chair, Hacklebarrel, Tyler Johnson, Diamond T Cattle Company, Yannick Cattle Company, DRC Ranch, Twisted L Brahmins, Stubenthal Brothers, Raider Hereford, Steindorf Cattle, WD Cattle, and Hartman Cattle. If y'all have any questions or need any answers, you can call Sarah Lanham, the sales manager, at 210-844-4806. 210-844-4806.
All right, Rodney, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Neighbor, let's take a long look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle, Tuggle & Company, Corpus. Milo through Corpus in October, D's plus 110, 1075. Houston 1129, Progresso 1057, Brownsville 1093. Yellow corn to Corpus 527, Houston 531, Progresso 602. Hard red winter wheat to Houston 695 and a half, and beans to Houston 1196 and a half. Texas cotton 823 bale, low side 77.24. High side 80.24. The average price 78.74 against those 823 bales. Neighbor, that's it for the best darn farm show in Texas. No brag, just fact. We appreciate you listening to us on one of our 14 Down on the Farm affiliated stations or our website, downonthefarmradio.com. You can also hear us at Larry Marble on Facebook or Down on the Farm on Facebook. Whichever avenue you attempt to go down, you're going to listen to this old West Texas twang. Neighbor, good day. God bless.